And it's boys action from Franklin and Marshall College on this beautiful Saturday in February. Warwick Warriors to the left, off your screen, on screen, Manheim Township Blue Streaks. John Graham, you've seen the Warriors play. They've been very, very dominating in Section 2 play, coming up against the Section 1 champion, whom they have played one time already this season, just about 2 months ago.
That is correct, Jim. The Warwick Warriors have owned Section 2 for the last number of years. In fact, I've been told they've won 64 straight games in Section 2, as they've got quite a run down there. However, they have beaten this Manheim Township team way back in December by a score of 51-43. The Warriors come into this ball game with a record of 23-1 under Coach Dave Althouse. And as everybody knows in the county that follows basketball, the Warriors play a tenacious man-to-man defense. They do not let you breathe, and I'm sure they're going to come out with that strict, tough man-to-man also this afternoon against Manheim Township. The leadership on the Warwick Warriors is, of course, by Mr. Hurd, who's been the most talked about sophomore and now junior in the league. He averaged 22 points a ball game. 6'6" Hurd had 18 points against Manheim Township way back in December in that 51-43 victory. The Warriors, I mentioned, Section 2 champs, undefeated in the league, 7-0 both halves, and they were never even tested in Section 2. They had a couple scrapes in non-league, as I mentioned. Their only loss came outside the county to Wilson, up at Wilson in overtime, and I might add, Wilson is unbeaten. And I believe the number 2 seed in Quad A behind Harrisburg. Also, Warwick is the 4th seed in Quad A. That doesn't mean anything here this afternoon, but I thought I'd throw that in. So the Warriors will go this way with a record of 23-1. The backcourt will probably be taken there by Troy May, a 5'10 senior, and John Sloat, a 5'11 senior. And in the forecourt, the front court, the forwards will be Marks and Eberly. Tom Eberly, 6'2 senior, and Eberly may draw, there's been some speculation, Eberly may draw the card on Bard to try to keep Hurd out of foul trouble, but we'll have to check that out as the ball goes on. And of course, the starting center for Warwick is Jack Hurd, the 6'6 junior, averaging 22.5 a ball game. That's about it from Warwick. Not a whole lot to say. They've just kicked everybody's tail all year, and we'll see what happens here this afternoon in a rematch with Manheim Township. Jim, how about the Streaks?
Well, John, 2 months ago, Warwick did indeed beat Township, but Pat Mowry feels he's got a better ball club right now. Stan Howell, the veteran guard, has just had an awful year. His shooting percentage is off, just having all kinds of problems, but he's starting to come out of it. He's up to a 6-point-per-game average, which is even far less than last year, but he's starting to come around right at the right time. He'll be joined in the backcourt by 6'3 senior Corey Wright, who also averages 6 points per game. In the front court, the scorers. Number 40 will be Chris Beck, the 6'4 senior. He's a 13-point-per-game average, joined by the junior, number 30, Jim Furick, a 12-point-per-game average. Furick, the young man who threw up the winning shot against Lebanon to decide the second-half championship in Section 1 after the Streaks had already captured the first-half championship. In the center, the big man for Township, I'm sure Dave Althouse is as worried about Rob Bard as Pat Mowry is about Jack Hurd. Rob Bard, a veteran in the middle. He's 6'7". He averages 17 points a game. He's a big boy. He's physical. He's a good rebounder. He plays good, tough defense. The Streaks are 20-4. Pat Mowry has done an amazing job in turning around the program out there at Nessville and has brought these Streaks along to the point where they are today. In the first meeting between these two clubs, Ed Plackens, a sophomore for Township, did a man-to-man job on Hurd, which really limited Hurd in his point production. However, Warwick did win that ball game. Plackens is not in the starting lineup at this time. Conjecture, maybe we will see more of Plackens than we would under ordinary circumstances due to his defensive prowess. But these things will be all evened out on the court. We've seen the girls' game, which Manheim Township won 37-30. Some superior talent out there. Perhaps the jitters, perhaps the strange floor, perhaps a big crowd. I don't know. Neither team played up to their capabilities. We're hoping to have a good ball game here this afternoon between these two good clubs. Section 2 champs, the Warwick Warriors, Section 1 champs, Manheim Township Blue Streaks, and we'll be back with all the action right after this message.
It's a new year. Just the time to make a resolution to treat your car right. Bring it to Durs Amoco for 93-octane Amoco Ultimate Premium. State inspections, repairs, tires, batteries, and accessories. While you're there, try our self-service car wash and vacuum the interior. For quality gas and full service maintenance of your car, Durs Amoco is all you need to remember. We're easy to find across from McCaskey High School, or give us a call at 299-4030. We're open 7 days a week.
Jim Doherty with John Graham at F&M ready for the tip-off. The boys' Lancaster-Lebanon League Championship playoff. Again, our thanks to Durs Amoco, North Franklin Street across from McCaskey, for sponsoring our broadcast. Township prevails. Howe to the corner. Furyk from the corner misses. Rebound. Hurd. You'll hear that a lot. Hurd is a big one and a good one, just a junior. Your officials, Rick Dunmoyer and Ed Fleck, two veterans handling the game today. Rebound, Bard.
Hurd goes to the hole, and Bard gets the boards.
Yep. Warwick in a man-to-man defense. Furyk is stuffed by Hurd. Warwick, good hustle play. John slowed, but Furyk backs off and lets Slode bat it out of bounds.
Dave Althouse must be a disciple of Bobby Knight. I don't think I've ever seen him play anything but a man.
It's really excellent training for young basketball players.
Well, they say if you can play man, you can play anything else.
You're right. Beck loses the ball, the first turnover, controlled by Slode.
Township comes out in a zone defense, 2-3.
Hurd from 15, misses, rebound back. We're off to a slow start again, John.
Right. Both teams getting out of the jitters, getting the jitters out of their system, hopefully. So are we, I guess.
Corey Wright drags his foot. Turnover, Township.
We've played 1:20, and neither team has dented the scoreboard. And here come the Warriors.
Slode on the point. May on the wing. Working to Hurd. Has control and scores.
Hurd over Bard that time.
Nice soft touch on the ball. Warriors by 2. Bard misses a shot. Hurd rebounds. May gets Hurd.
Oh, my. Pretty play.
Good hustle by Hurd. Got the rebound, kicked it out, got down under the basket to score on the break.
I'll tell you, Jim, both these teams have something to prove. As Manheim Township maybe a little bit of revenge, losing to Warwick earlier in the year. And on the other hand, Warwick has lost in this LL championship the last 2 years to Lebanon, and I'm sure they don't want to do it 3 years in a row.
There's a foul on Jack Hurd. Corey Wright from 18 feet misses. All red shirts under the board. Torn down by Tom Eberle. The Warriors don't get a break out of it, but they got the ball. They got a 4-0 lead.
Another plus about that man-to-man defense, you can block out the man you're guarding, and 3 red shirts inside.
Tom Eberle from the corner. Warwick up by 6. Throwaway.
Township wants a timeout, and they're going to get it as Maury wants to stem the tide right now.
So 5:20 remaining to play in the first period. Manheim Township 6. I'm sorry, Warwick 6. Manheim Township nothing.
You're a regular riot, har har har, the har har, bang, zoo, you're going to the moon.
Get out, we're going to have a fight.
I'm honeymoony, every night I see him on TV. I'm a honeymoony, I know every line. When it's honeymoon.
The lost episodes of The Honeymooners, 7:35 Eastern on the Superstation weeknights.
Warwick inbounding. Number 31, John Slode, point guard.
2-3 zone by Township.
Eberly drives, kicks out to May, back out to Slode. Rebound, Corey Wright of the Troy May shot. Oh, that was a...
White ball, I believe.
Yeah, it should be a Township ball, but I'll tell you, that was... That attempt at a fast break had almost no chance of success.
That's the second time that the Blue Streaks tried to run the break, and it really wasn't there.
Bard was like a wide receiver that was double covered downfield. Furick shot. Spills out. Warwick with the ball. Marks in the corner. Marks to Slode. Slode to May. Hurd comes out to handle. Bard and Hurd kept it alive, and Marks gathered it in. Now Eberly working inside and scores. And it's 8-0.
Jim, Township's got to get on the board. I think they need that first bucket to kind of break out.
Good drive by Stan Howe. He tried to penetrate.
The block was called on Eberly.
They have to get more movement out of that backcourt, I believe, and what Howe did was very properly executed. Jim Nagel, number 4, replaces Tom Eberly for Warwick. Coming into the Manheim Township lineup, number 33, that's Eddie Plackens, and he's in for Furick. Yeah. Stan Howe misses from the corner. Chris Beck misses, spills out, 33. All kind of shots, none of them going.
They had 3 great opportunities to get on the board, and now Warwick will slow it down and look for the good shot.
Boy, they sure did. It's going to be a foul on Rob Bard working against Jim Nagel.
Just seemed to me, Jim, it's awful early, but Warwick came out here with a lot more intensity and seemed to come out here with a mission in mind.
Exactly right. Substitute into the Warwick lineup, number 23.
Jump shot is no good.
Keith Stauffer in for the Warriors.
Whistle.
Eddie Plackens goes up for the shot, and he's hammered.
Trying to pick up the foul. Again, we're across the way. That's 4-0.
4-0, that's Peter Marks. That's his first.
Township will try to get on the board, and we're at the 3:26 mark of the first quarter.
Derek Friesman. Excuse me, John.
That's
Derek
okay.
Friesman checks in for Warwick. Allshouse running in a lot of people early in the game.
They sure are. Warwick has a very deep bench. They're still pitching a shutout here with 3:26 left.
Eddie Plackens
on the board.
Breaks the ice. 8-1 Warwick. 3.5 minutes to play in the first period.
The last time these two clubs played, very low score, 51-43, and I kind of expect the same.
Rebound, Chris Beck of the John Slode shot. Corey Wright on the run. Warwick setting up man-to-man, as you suggest, John. Stan Howe drives. Gets a lane for Corey Wright. Nice drive by Corey Wright. First field goal for the Streaks. And we've played 5 minutes and 15 seconds. 8-3 Warwick.
That'll help Township. They got to get out of the gates, and they did there.
Well, again, Howe handled the ball, drove, penetrated, got some movement, and opened the alley.
Loose basketball.
Stan Howe never could quite control it, and Warwick gets it back.
He was looking for a white shirt, and there was only 3 red ones out there to tap it to.
Rebound, Placken.
Good board by Eddie Placken.
Of the Stauffer shot, and it's Howe on the run. Bard just got leveled after he let that shot go. Got no call whatsoever. Hurd checks back in for Friesman. Stauffer kicks it to the corner to Slode. Slode to Stauffer, always looking for Hurd or the red-shirted Warriors.
That time they tried to force it inside, and Furyk made the steal.
Furyk likes to shoot from the corner. He's missed twice.
Township's got to set some picks and screens against that man-to-man, and right now they're not doing it very well.
As you suggest, just standing around. It's 8-3. 1:18 to play in the period. Hurd drives, taps. Nagel goes up and he's fouled. Eric Flickinger waiting at the scorer's table. Foul called on 24, Corey Wright. That's his first. Flickinger replaces Marks for Warwick. A lot of people in and out of that game, John, for the Warriors.
The Warriors go about 8-9 deep, and they're showing it right now. And you can afford to do that when you jump out to a lead. He doesn't want to get anyone into foul trouble, and they're playing well, and he's moving them in and out.
Nagel hits the first of 2, misses the second. Rebound, Beck of Township.
There's the back door.
Nice pass from Corey Wright. Finds Beck open. Lead down to 4 now. Township beginning to get their feet on the ground.
Beck faked for the pass out front and then dropped down low and got it underneath all alone.
31, John Slode from the weak side. Bangs it, some man-to-man pressure. Township beats it. Person of Furyk and Wright. Tried to go across the same pattern again to Furyk, but Hurd got his hand on the ball. Eddie Plackens comes in, gives Corey Wright a break.
That pass there was tough enough to make against the zone, let alone man-to-man when you get 5 guys moving out there.
Well, they missed Bard. Bard broke out of the pack on the baseline and didn't see him break out.
Township looking for the last shot. We're down to 5 seconds. There it is.
Good goal. They're going to call a foul on Hurd, and Hurd is lit up, John.
He sure is. Coach Althouse is very upset. They want the player control, but he's got to keep that position. That's a very big bucket. It could have gone the other way, and it goes against the Warriors.
That's the second foul on Jack Hurd.
That's a very big foul. They're going to take it down low to Hurd, and I think Hurd's probably going to maybe take a seat in the bench. If I recall, Hurd got into foul trouble the last time they met, but came off the bench in the 4th quarter to lead the comeback.
Time runs out as Jack Hurd dribbles to midcourt. So at the end of one, it's the Warriors 11, Township 7. Courtside, the Warriors out first to open the second period. They will get possession of the ball. Township on defense. Warriors going from right to left.
Really, Township has battled back, Jim. They were trailed 8-0 with about 3 minutes left in the quarter, so I'm sure they're happy to be at 11-7.
Block pass, Flickinger retrieves. Good defense by Furyk to prevent the cross court. Nagel working inside, shoots an air ball, rebound Plackens, Howe on the run. Chris Beck working on Hurd.
There it is.
Hands the drive from the baseline.
Hurd stayed away that time, but I'll tell you, right before that, Hurd got away with a big push in the lane.
Yeah, I saw that, John. Seemed like Beck knew that Hurd was in trouble and wasn't going to confront him.
Hurd forces a ball up. Let it go.
Jim Nagel tried to save under the bucket. Now Corey Wright jumps in for Stan Howe.
Jim, Township seems to have settled down a little bit now, and Warwick, that time, really forced a shot, I thought Hurd did.
Yes, I'm sure he did. He was surrounded by white jerseys, and Corey Wright
As soon as I say it, there goes the ball out of bounds.
Overthrows Warwick. He had got himself in a bad situation down there, kind of double teamed in the corner, and no help came around to his wing. 11-9, 6:45 to play.
Hurd is playing very aggressive out there for 2 fouls on him.
Yes, he is.
Probably the only way he knows to play.
Oh, somebody got crunched there. Rob Bard misses the layup. Whoa.
They are doing some serious banging out there,
Serious
Jim.
hammering, right. Eddie Plackens salvaged the ball and got it to Bard at the bucket. Bard missed the shot. Tom Eberle picks Furyk's pocket, and Furyk, at a
Tremendous defensive play.
Great defensive play, knocks down the scoop shot at the other end.
Township is fired up now. I thought they were a little bit lethargic to start the ball game.
Good observation.
A lot of times a man-to-man will get you into the flow of the game a lot faster than the zone, but the streaks are in it now.
Rebound Furyk of the missed Eberle shot.
There it is.
Pulled up short on it. He was not challenged. He pulled up short. Plackens strips Hurd, and it goes off Hurd's leg. Going to be Township's inbound.
Again, the second effort made that one happen.
Substitution for Warwick. Marks replaces Stauffer. Corey Wright looking for help. Bard again hits the deck. Furyk on the drive. What's the call?
I'll tell you what, Rick Dunmore waved like it was a goal, but maybe he meant no bucket, we're going to go the other way. He's got a charge. A push-off.
A push-off.
I tell you, the way he made that forward motion, it looked like he was waving to go in, and I know that wasn't the case because it didn't go
in. Still 11-9 Warwick. Hurd to Eberle. Back across to May. He'll take it. He'll miss it. Furyk with the loose ball. 2-on-2. Turns into a 2-on-4. Furyk will slow down and wait for Corey Wright, who'll take one from the foul line and miss.
Beck had the ball stolen right out of his hands.
Marks with the rebound. Slowed handling on the point. Township zoning, a 2-1-2. Slowed teasing with the shot. Marks to Hurd. to May, to Hurd, misses it. Good board, Eberle.
Eberle's second and third effort made that one happen. 13-9.
First points for Warwick in the second quarter, John.
And, Jim, they had 8 points with about 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, so they really went through a dry spell. Nice move inside.
Whoa.
Pretty move.
The second man coming through, he followed Chris Beck into the lane.
They've got to take it down low into Hurd, who's got 2 fouls. But that was a good move by Bard.
Yeah, on that one, Bard was the second cutter. Beck cut through first. Bard followed him.
I'll tell you, Warwick right now is not hitting the outside shot.
And no boards.
And Township zone is collapsing in on Eberle.
Rob Bard hits the 12-foot jumper on the fast break to tie at 13.
Warwick led 8-0 to start out of the chute quickly, but Township has rebounded. Bad pass.
Furyk bats it out of bounds. Derek Friesman for the Warriors. Stan Howe for the Streaks. Furyk goes down for Township. Hurd goes down for Warwick.
A defensive struggle. Well played, though.
Slowed to May. May will shoot. Just got a chip of the iron, and Township again comes away with the defensive board.
Warwick's guards have not done anything from the outside thus far.
Stan Howe, no luck at all. Good defense. John Slode stripped Eddie Plackens on the turnaround. Stanley Howe shoots the ball. It looks so good going up there, and it just spills out.
That one was inside the cylinder and came back up.
Nagel, a 6'2 senior, replaces Eberle, a 6'2 senior. Stauffer replaces Slode. A lot of people in and out of this ball game for the red-shirted Warriors.
Hurd is also sitting down right now, Jim, and I believe Coach Althouse probably wants to talk to Eberle and Hurd and just kind of explain to them some things that Township's doing to him out there.
Foul called on Derek Friesman. Chris Beck missed the shot. He'll go to the lane for 2. Hits the first one.
Township takes the lead for the first time in a ball game after trailing 8-0.
And increases it. They're up by a bucket. Under 3 minutes to play in the half. The Streaks 15-13. Warriors in possession.
They've got to get some outside shooting because that Township zone is collapsing. Inside, it's tough to get the ball inside right now.
Troy May, Stauffer.
There's the shot.
Stauffer will take it.
Draws iron. That's out of bounds.
Yep, Nagel batted it down on the out-of-bounds paint. Eddie Plackens blocked him off. Township ball. We're going to get some backcourt pressure here.
We're going to try to get some cheap buckets because they're not doing anything from the outside. Hal's in a lot of trouble, and he loses the basketball.
Yeah, he did.
Dribbled into the double team.
He looked for the cutter, and he missed him. Looked for the open man when he got doubled, and he just missed him. May to Marks, cross court. Stauffer dishes off to May. Trying to work. Nagel's open at the foul line, but they pass him by.
I'll tell you, with Eberle and Hurd out there, out on the bench, there's not a whole lot of offense in there now. Double dribble.
That's a double dribble, yep.
Didn't mean to jump in there, Jim. I guess it's my nature.
That's instinct. Good call. Hurd and Slode re-enter for the Warriors. Furyk returns for Township. Stan Howe coming up against token pressure. That's Furyk's shot. He loves it, but he misses it.
One of the red shirts
I think they're going to hit Rob Bard for clearing out.
Again, a lot of pushing and shoving. You could have just picked a number, I believe. It looked like Township had the position, but maybe that's how they got it.
Yeah, Rob was cleaning house. Now, with just 1:40 to play, Bard goes out. His second foul, Corey Wright in for him.
Good move.
Pat Mowry going to protect him from foul trouble for perhaps the balance of this first half. Streaks up by 2. Now they got Jack Hurd in there, and they have nobody big to protect him, but Eddie Plackens is ever present. He did such a good job on him the last time they met. Corey Wright, defensive play, very good. Plackens grabs the loose ball, gives it to Stan Howe, who almost throws it away. It's a jump ball situation.
It's going to be a jump ball. Coach Mowry wanted a foul. He probably had a little bit of a
I'll tell you, you could even apply the hockey criteria.
No harm, no foul.
Well, no, the third man in gets 2 minutes, right?
They didn't draw blood.
No, that's right. Now, the first 2 boys were tied up with the ball, so anything other than that was consequential.
In traffic, yeah, you're going to get a foul.
Yeah, I'd say that's a hammer.
I'll tell you, when you got a team playing man-to-man like Warwick, and you got a team like Township that likes to take it to the hoop, you're going to have some violent collisions.
I think that was called on Peter Marks, number 40.
Again, you probably could have picked a number there.
Yeah, again. Chris Beck cans the first. Eberly returns for Warwick. Beck hits 2 for 2, making him 4 for 4 for the quarter and giving the Streaks a 4-point advantage as we approach the 1-minute mark in the first half.
Township drawing him at the line. A minute left, and Warwick with the basketball, trailing by 4 after leading by 8. Whistle, 3 seconds, I believe. Yep.
Substitution, Steve Forey, number 42, comes in for Township.
Well, there's no tomorrows, at least in terms of the Double L championship.
Oh,
there's a steal, and he kicked it out of bounds.
Kicks it away. A great defensive play, and then an unfortunate turnover.
Warwick pressing man-to-man full court, trying to pick up a couple steals. Will Township wait for 1? They lead by 4. There it is. Bingo.
Corey Wright from 19 feet.
That'll open up that inside play.
For real.
6-point lead by Township after trailing by 8. What a run.
Steve Forey in there pushing Jack Hurd around.
There's a charge. There's a charge. Good call by Rick Dunmoyer.
Number 42, Steve Forey, was put in there to play Hurd tough, and he did. Drew Hurd's third personal foul.
I don't know what Hurd was doing out there in the final minute with 2 fouls going to the hole like that.
Yeah, it appears that Pat Mowry may have finessed Oldhouse at this point, although now he's got Robbie Bard in there.
Well, he's got him in for this last possession, I guess. But again, he could commit the player control too.
Right. Oh, Howe's pass at Beck was just too hard. What did you say before? The bounce pass was there.
You bet.
And he just ripped a line drive off his knees. 5 seconds. Township will want to give a little backcourt pressure here. Whoops. Guess they didn't. Yep.
Good if it goes.
A little backcourt pressure could have prevented that by
He put Hurd in for that last offensive series, and Hurd got the bucket for the Warriors.
Well, we're at halftime at F&M. Manheim Township regaining the lead after spotting the Warwick Warriors 8 points early in the first period. Go into the locker room leading 19-15.
one place to be in February for live sports excitement every night. ESPN. The dramatic concluding races for the America's Cup mark the start of 28 days of non-stop sports thrills. Mondays, ESPN teams the incredibly talented Big Ten with the powerful Big East in unbeatable doubleheaders. You'll see the best of the ACC, Pac-10, and Metro Conferences too. And postseason play begins on ESPN with the Sun Belt Tournament. Sundays mean super shootouts featuring the NHL's finest. And don't miss 2 special all-star showdowns with the Soviet national team. ESPN's February serves up the world's top tennis players at the U.S. Indoor and Lipton International Championships. And the world's fastest humans set new standards at the Los Angeles Times Indoor Games and USA Mobile Championships. For a fast pace of another kind, there's a Speed Week special from Daytona and the MISL All-Star Game. It's all coming your way live in February on ESPN.
Getting ready for second half action. Manheim Township on top here by 4, the first team out of the locker room. And now the Warriors from Warwick come out. The first half, a decided contrast, John Graham. Warwick jumps out to an 8-0 lead. And then slowly, Township comes back. By the end of the quarter, they've drawn within 4, 11-7 at the end of the first quarter. Second half, Township shooting well, playing a better floor game, rebounding extremely well, particularly at the defensive end of the court. Outscores the Warriors considerably to take a 4-point lead going into the half. A very low-scoring game, 19-15. Both teams stressing defense. The shooting, in all honesty, not all that good, but almost no uncontested shots.
You're certainly right, Jim. In the first half, kind of typical, I think, what we both expected. Low scoring, 51-43 the last time they met. We're at 19-15. I think the 2 key plays in the first half, 2 fouls on Hurd, who has now 3. There was a block charge at the other end where Bard went to the hoop and drew the foul on Hurd, and then right before the first half, Hurd goes down the lane, no doubt about it, blows the Township man out of off the floor and commits his 3rd foul. And that's probably a very important thing we ought to look at. The first half scoring, not a whole lot of it. Corey Wright with 4, Rob Bard with 6, Chris Beck, a big 8 for the Blue Streaks, and 1 by Eddie Plackens, who's done a good job coming off the bench. For Warwick, Eberly has 6 and Hurd has 6, and there's 1 between Nagel and 2 for Slode, and that's it. Not a whole lot of scoring at all, and Hurd and Eberly, no surprise there, also doing the scoring for Warwick.
It tells you exactly where the scoring is coming from, John. You know, the inside people, Rob Bard and Chris Beck, have 14 of the Blue Streak points. Tom Eberly and Jack Hurd, between them, have 12 of the 15 points garnered by Warwick. There is almost no effective outside shooting whatsoever. Warwick to inbound to open the second half of this, the championship game of Lebanon-Lancaster League basketball. Hurd from the corner, misses. Stan Howe rebounds.
That's the way the first half opened, with a Hurd quick jumper that didn't go.
Jimmy Furyk misses. He's going to get his own board, and finger roll won't go. Hurd rebound.
Hurd kind of backed away. Furyk had the bucket if he wanted it, and it just wouldn't drop.
Going to call a foul on Corey Wright.
I believe it was after he shot and he came down.
I do.
I don't think it's going to be a shooting foul.
I think it was in the act of the rebound.
It's going to go out of bounds to Warwick. Again, the Warwick guards out front looking for Hurd first. The shot is secondary, maybe even 3rd.
Nice block by Jim Furyk. Eberly rebounds, and again, Eberly with persistence.
Mowry very upset across the way, and rightfully so. He gave the Warwick Warriors 4 and 5 shots, and you just can't do that.
Offensive foul called against Jim Furyk. Nice defense by John Slode. Anticipated the move, held his ground, took a shoulder. 2 fouls on Corey Wright, 2 on Rob Bard, 2 on Jim Furyk. For the Warriors, Peter Marks has 2, and Jack Hurd has 3.
There's no tomorrows, and Hurd is out there right now. 2-3 zone by Manheim Township. There's the ball. Tries to force to Hurd, and it's stolen away.
Exactly. Chris Beck steps in front of it. He's almost laying back there like a linebacker in a pass route, just waiting for it to come down.
Beck.
And Beck at the other end cans the 15-foot jumper.
That time Hurd was on Beck and kind of laid back and gave him the jumper. I'll have to check that next time down, whether Hurd is Beck's man or just happened to be picking him up.
It doesn't much matter. The Warriors don't want Hurd to pick up number 4. You can bet on that.
And as we mentioned, the Warriors very reluctant to play any type of zone, but maybe forced into it if Hurd gets 4.
Nice rebound. Grabbed the air ball from the corner. Did Jack Hurd. Put it back up. 21-19. Township still on top. Boy, you know, sometimes Stan Howe gets out there and he just gets hung out to dry.
He
Don't
sure
give him
does.
any help. Whoa.
But whenever he picks up his dribble, the double team is right there.
Right. Chris Beck just got stuffed from 10 feet. Warwick with a chance to tie. Swings it into the corner to Hurd. He'll take that, and he misses.
There's a foul on number 40.
Peter Marks. That's going to be his 3rd.
As he tried to block out, he moved in underneath the blue streak. I think that was Bard.
Eddie Plackens comes in replacing Rob Bard.
Bard only has 2 fouls, am I right, Jim?
Right.
So he's just taking a breather and maybe a few tips from Mowry.
Howe passes up the jumper. Corey Wright swings around. Howe takes it. He's going to pull up short.
Oh, great move by Furyk. Furyk with a tremendous play. The ball was going out of bounds. He saved it and wrapped it off a Warwick Warrior leg. Real heads-up play.
Furyk goes out. Bard back in. Corey Wright rebounding from the baseline. It's Bard to Beck. Beck with a move on Hurd. Loses the ball. Gets it stuffed. Eberle with the rebound. Good defense by Hurd.
Yes, he did not back off.
Without incurring a foul. Beck with 2 tries. Comes down empty. 21-19 Township.
That shot is there, but it's not being made.
Stan Howe turns it over.
Howe tried to force the issue through 2 red shirts.
Yeah, he had a 1-on-2 fast break, and they don't usually work. How many times have I said Warwick with a chance to tie, John?
Well, again, they throw the ball away, trying to force it inside. That time they tried to force it to Eberle.
But F&M has not provided the killer down at this end.
That is so correct. We're at 21-19. We only got 4 minutes left in the quarter.
And we've only scored 6 points since the half.
And neither of these teams are really holding the ball. They're trying to score.
Yeah, really. Well, as we witnessed in the first game, the girls' game, which was won by Manheim Township over Columbia, 37-30. A lot better athletes out there than the score would indicate, and I'm beginning to feel the same thing about this game.
A lot of banging out there. They're even letting them play more, I think, than in the first half.
Yeah, I think Stan Howe thought he got mugged that time.
I thought so. I couldn't believe it.
Took a shot on the head.
Yeah. I know he couldn't believe it.
Slode controlling on the wing. Over to May. Back to Slode. He'll shoot from 19. No good. Rebound Bard.
They haven't even come close to dropping that 18 to 20 footer. There's
Eddie
a foul.
Plackens is going to draw a foul.
Nice drive by Eddie Plackens as he protected the ball so nice with his body.
31. That's John Slode. That's his first foul. Eddie's going to go to the line shooting 2. Keith Stauffer comes into the backcourt. Jim Nagel in there. Plackens hits the first.
Township has got this lead from the foul line. That's where it's coming from.
Beck's 4 for 4. Plackens 2 for 4.
Warwick only has 1 point from the charity stripe.
Plackens 3 for 4. Plackens a 6'3" sophomore playing some awful nice ball for Pat Mowry.
He's going to be heard from.
Name with a lot of tradition at Township.
Nice block
Nagel
inside
gets
by
stuffed.
Bard. There's a travel. There's a travel.
Sure it is.
Bard made the defensive play. Everly again tried to go with it, and he shuffled his feet.
Yeah.
Not Everly. He's on the bench.
Nagel.
Nagel.
Nagel was in the kick.
Timeout.
Got a timeout. I don't know who called that one. I didn't see. Yes, Warwick called it.
Warwick needed it.
So, 2:50 to play here in the third period. It's Manheim Township 23, Warwick 19.
Drugs can hurt bad, so don't take chances with them. Just say no.
Do your friends use drugs and drink? You don't have to. Just say no. Everyone wants to be a winner. Drugs are for losers. Just say no.
You only get one body and one mind. Don't mess them up with drugs. Just say no.
For information on how you can participate in a Just Say No club, call 1-800-258-2766. Remember, just say no.
Township to inbound against full court Warwick pressure, John.
Warwick went to the press towards the end of the first half when they got behind, and now they're going to do it again to maybe pick up the tempo.
Great hustle play by Jim Furyk to retrieve that ball that looked like it was going to be thrown away.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Township basketball.
Troy May really skying to challenge Chris Beck for that rebound and knocked it out of bounds.
Wait a minute, whistle.
What do we got here?
That's going to upset Manheim Township because the ball went in the hole.
That would upset me too.
There was a whistle because they wanted to get the man in from the scorer's table.
Oh my.
But now it was a quick inbounds pass that didn't go.
And it's no score.
That might be a big 2 points. Nice defensive play.
Corey Wright spikes that one.
Now the substitute comes in.
Flickinger replaces Marks. Marks goes out with 3 fouls and no points. Stauffer inbounding for the Warriors. Flickinger, May, Stauffer swinging it around. Nagel's the big man. Hurd in the corner. And Hurd strikes.
Hurd is going outside to get his points.
Right, exactly. He's got to shoot a heck of a percentage from out there.
There hasn't been any other outside shooting whatsoever. Bard in traffic.
Oh my, no, he was hammered. He was hammered.
The whole key was he hammered before or after he traveled? That was did the foul cause the travel?
Yes.
There was a lot of contact. There's no doubt about
call
that.
made on the front side of the play, and he got the hit from the back side. So that's 2 goals that Hurd again.
Hurd, same spot.
To tie at 23. Let's reflect back. That's 2 field goals that Township has lost. One on the buzzer on a inbounds play, and now this one on the call against Bard.
There's a whistle on a blocking foul as Hal tried to penetrate. But that, as you say, Jim, a tough turn of events there against the Blue Streaks.
Foul on Troy May.
They need a bucket here as Warwick has answered with 4 points. Jack Hurd with 2 bombs from deep baseline left. Hal, bingo.
Okay, that's the little man that can get hot.
Hal says you owe me one, so he put it in.
Yeah, that's his first bucket of the day. Hurd is setting up in the corner again. Plackens is covering him.
Now they're going to go out and pay a little bit more attention to him out there.
Sure.
Make somebody else beat you. jump ball. It'll be Township's basketball.
I figured that had to be a jump ball or else a travel.
Right.
I didn't think he could, you know, come clean there without dribbling once in a while. Furyk replaces Plackens for the Streaks.
You're right. The only thing that saved the travel is the white shirt had his hands on the ball also.
Yeah.
Township with a 2-point lead. Final minute of the third quarter, and Howe has it out front for the Streaks.
Another travel call.
I'll tell you,
Ball was in. Okay. There it goes. Another turnover. Warwick with a chance to tie.
25-23. This time Hurd now is in the lane. Now he goes back out to his familiar spot there where he's hit the last two long jumpers. There's a shot. He's got it. Somebody's got to get on Hurd. Make somebody else beat you, Jim.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. So Township, repeated turnovers have given Warwick the momentum. They've left the Warwick crowd in the game. The game is tied. 16 seconds to play. Warwick could come out of this with a lead.
They are. They're going to shoot for the last shot. There's Hurd.
That one will play.
It goes. There's a foul.
Furyk pivoted into Flickinger.
They'll inbound it. They'll inbound it. That's the fourth team foul in Warwick. Township will get the last shot off with 4 seconds left. He's probably coming in for Hurd. No, I thought maybe they'd take Hurd out so they didn't commit that foul.
I thought that would be a good move. They took Flickinger out.
Oh, my.
Foul against
Foul against Barnes.
At the buzzer, that's his third. Third quarter ends
on a tough note for the
Warwick. 27, Manheim Township, 25.
McGruff, the crime dog here. Tony thinks he's gonna walk home alone. Tony is wrong.
Tony! What are you doing? Walking off by yourself.
Good thing it was his friends, cause teenagers are the victims of over 2,000 violent crimes by strangers every day. You can help stop it. Learn to protect yourself and your friends. Find out more. Write to McGruff, the crime dog, and help take a bite out of crime.
Warwick Warriors, Manheim Township, the final 8 minutes of play. Manheim Township plagued by turnovers, violations, so forth. The last 3 minutes of that third period have relinquished the lead to Warwick, 27-25. Jack Hurd striking like lightning from the corner. Now hits inside, hits Jim Nagel, and he's fouled by Rob Bard. Bard picked up his third foul at the close of the third period. He now has 4.
Boy, that's a big play. Those last 15 seconds where Bard has picked up 2 fouls. And that time they paid a little bit more attention to Hurd outside, and he kicked it back in, and that's where the foul was called.
Yeah, Hurd made an outstanding pass in the key to Nagel.
But I'm still convinced you got to make somebody else beat you. You can't let Jack Hurd beat you.
Exactly. Nagel, a left-hander, hits both fouls, 29-25. Warwick with full court pressure.
There's a traveling violation.
Furyk out of control. Broke the press and kept on going. Manheim Township's going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. This tremendous turn of events, violation after violation after violation. on the part of Manheim Township. Very uncharacteristic of a Pat Mowry club. I think the timeout very well advised at this point. Got to settle people down.
Certainly do. Well taken by Pat Mowry as Township had a 3-4-point lead, and all of a sudden Hurd got hot in the corner. The Warrior fans got back into it. And at the other end, Manheim Township, as you mentioned, committed a couple turnovers. And then, probably even more importantly than that, Bard with the player control foul on the last possession of the third quarter. And again, on the first possession of the fourth quarter, they kick the ball down low, and Bard commits his fourth foul. It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Mowry goes with Bard on the bench. There's no tomorrows.
Yeah, there's nothing to save him for. All due credit in that third period. Jack Hurd with 10 points in the third period for Warwick. 8 of them from deep in that left corner.
Well, when they met back in December, Township led after 3 quarters, and it was the Jack Hurd show in quarter number 4 that brought the Warriors the victory.
Hurd covered by Plackens. Looks like a box and one. Plackens replacing Bard. Bard not in there.
There
Defense
again
by Plackens. Denies Hurd of the ball.
You talk about forcing the ball to Jack Hurd. That pass came from out of nowhere over to his corner.
Yeah, that's one of those long cross-court passes like we were never permitted to make, John. Hurd again from 19 feet.
He's putting on a shooting clinic right now.
It's become the Jack Hurd show.
And you know, all those shots he's canned are 3-pointers next year.
Yeah, really.
All of them from distance.
Plackens gets iron. Hurd gets the rebound, challenging Bright.
Too much glass or too hard off the glass.
Yeah.
That time. Hurd might have forced the issue a little bit that time.
Yeah, Wright kept good position on him. Oh,
he's going to call the foul.
Oh, I didn't hear the whistle.
It was a short toot, I believe.
I thought they were going to let that one go by the board.
Now Hal wisely let go of the shot as soon as he heard the contact, and I believe he's going to get the 2-shot foul.
I believe.
Good heads-up play by the veteran Hal to let it fly after he felt contact.
Eddie Flick just held up 2 index fingers.
I was going to say, that was the 15 foul, so... Oh, he only gave him 1. There's another rebound.
Rob Bard converts Chris Beck's miss.
That was a big turn of events right there.
Yep.
The Streaks dearly needed that bucket.
So it was just a 1-and-1 foul, but the Streaks do pick up a 2-point bucket on it. 31-27 Warwick. Hurd wants the ball.
Down to 6 minutes. Right now they're letting Hurd out there by his lonesome.
Yeah, Stauffer won't give him the ball. Now he's going to move inside. Yes.
And Bard backed away. Hurd had the whole lane to deal with.
Yeah, great move.
Hurd has taken control of this ball game, no doubt about it.
No 2 ways about that, John. Chris Beck almost.
Still no call. Now we got a whistle.
Yeah.
The possession arrow to Manheim Township.
Chris Beck rolled one off the iron. 33-27. Furyk back in for the Streaks. May back in for Warwick.
I think this is another must possession. If Warwick scores and goes up by 8, they're going to just take the air out of the ball.
John, another unconscionably low-scoring game.
Exactly.
Prior time that these clubs met, they ripped off 94 points. Chris Beck again rolls one out.
Ball won't drop, and here come the Warriors.
Just a lid on it. Township has only scored 1 bucket in this 4th period.
They're spreading it out right now. I thought this might happen.
Yeah, they got a 6-point lead.
They're going to bring Township out of the zone.
Sure.
They're going to make them play man. They're also taking time off the clock.
You bet. Gonna hit Chris Beck with that one. I was watching Hurd away from the ball.
Jim, I don't know, has anybody scored in the last 10 minutes outside of Jack Hurd?
Yeah, Rob Bard did.
No, I'm talking about for Warwick.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a clock on my scorebook. But
well, in the second half, we got a field goal by Nagel.
No, we got
two foul shots.
Second half we have 2 foul shots by Nagel, and we got a field goal by Tom Eberle in the third period. Two foul shots.
And the foul shots by Nagel were set up on that pass from Eberle.
Yes. From Hurd.
Or Hurd, yeah, excuse me.
Got to take that shot. Furyk pulls it up short. Warwick again in possession.
They've taken over control of this ball game. Jack Hurd in particular.
8-point lead. Stanley Howe's going to get tagged with that one.
Manheim Township led 19-15 at the half. They have now only scored 12 points here in the second half, Manheim Township. Whereas Warwick has scored 20.
Jack Hurd has scored 16.
Right.
31, number 31, Johnny Slode hits the foul shot.
Yeah, before the foul shots by Slode, we had the pair of foul shots by Nagel and the bucket by Eberle.
Slode hits. The lead is at 10. Biggest lead of the day. And it would appear to be quite sufficient at this point. 4 minutes.
Township forcing things up, and they really do got to keep play going. There's the foul.
Boy, I'll tell you, they let...
Is it Eberle?
Furyk and Hurd just went to battle down there, but the ball rolled away. Who's that? Number 4. Fouls on Nagel, his first. Going to the line is Bard. There's all kind of banging going on before anything's called. It's funny, at one end you do battle, and at the other end you play touch. Bard hits.
They've got to make up these points on a dead clock. There's 1 out of 2. And I'm sure Warwick will take the ball or take the air out of the ball again. The only guy probably that's allowed to shoot down there is Hurd. No bucket, flare control.
You bet. Troy May. You see? You said the only player allowed to shoot was Hurd.
That's right.
So that nullifies that one. Warwick still going to give some full court pressure, but Rob Bard comes up to break it. Corey Wright, Stan Howe. Stan Howe shoots a 3-pointer.
3 points. We might as well get into practice.
The way Township has to make up points, it would be nice to put down a big 3 in the scorebook.
Right.
Ooh,
now they're going to move it out.
Nagel just missed Slode cutting for the bucket.
Oh, he dribbled into a blind trap but got away with it.
Yeah, he did. Great pass.
Jack Hurd, who else?
Great pass by Slode. He was under double coverage pressure, and he found Hurd cutting down the baseline. Furyk from the corner won't go.
There's a travel. Yes, it is.
Ooh, Chris Beck was laying on his foot.
That's called clipping.
I'd call that a clip, yeah. Beck got away with one.
It's the old adage. It was either a foul or a travel. You can't have nothing but either one.
Yeah. What a defensive play. Troy May stripped Chris Beck.
That's a white ball. No, red ball. Right in front of the Township bench. They had the best view of that of anybody.
Yes, Pat Mowry doesn't look upset, so it was probably a correct call.
I think he's just a little bit frustrated at the turn of events here in the last 10 minutes.
Got bodies flying around here in the late going. 2:50 to play. The Warriors by 9. Jack Hurd cuts free, and he's missed by Eberle. They don't miss him very often, do they, John?
Certainly don't. Jack Hurd very quiet in that first half, but boy, did he come to play in the second half.
This is a total freeze. They're even passing up a sure drive.
Well, they're up by 9. If they can hit their foul shots, there's no way Township can catch up.
Right.
And Township is going to have to start fouling. That's their only alternative.
Jim Furyk caught reaching in. That's Jim's 3rd foul. Going to the line is John Slode.
I'll tell you, Jim, outside of Hurd, we really don't know what kind of shooters these guys are, because
Really?
Hurd's the one that takes charge.
He certainly does. Slode's going to shoot the 1-and-1. Only one. Chris Beck rebounds.
They've got a foul every trip down the floor, and probably anybody but Hurd.
Rob Bard misses the 12-footer. Beck fouls Hurd.
I don't think you want to send Hurd to the line.
That's not really a good idea.
The way he drills those 25-footers, I believe he has an idea what he's doing at the foul line also. 39-30, 2:11 left, and Warwick appears to be on their way to a championship here in Franklin and Marshall.
Yes, seemingly the streaks will not be able to duplicate. Hurd converts the first one. The girls, having defeated Columbia 37-30. And appears that Manheim Township will not be able to control.
2 minutes left.
Corey Wright, Jim Furyk.
Good.
Hits from 20 feet. Township calls a timeout. And with 2 minutes to play, it's Warwick 40, Manheim Township 32.
Cable viewers, this is it. You've been close before, but in February you can't resist. This is the month to get Prism, because you'll get Out of Africa, the Academy Award-winning hit, and you'll get Gung Ho, and people with HBO won't. Movie lovers go for the sports on Prism, because Prism has sports with a difference. Prism has the Philly teams live exclusively. We know you can't resist this month, because Prism's never been better. You know it too, so call today, because now is the time to have Prism.
2 minutes to play, and just poring over the scorebook, Jack Hurd has allowed his teammates to score 15 points out of the total of 40. Jack chipping in with 25.
Township with only 32. There's a break.
Troy May on the fast break.
That's the first bucket by anybody other than Jack Hurd in ages.
Oh, Chris Beck passed up a shot, then worked hard, missed. He had the straight-up jumper before he...
Oh, my, what a play.
From Bard.
That probably caps the ball game right there.
Yes,
if there was ever a doubt.
Because Rob Bard's going to get hit with his foul, and he's going to have to go sit down, according to my book.
That probably puts the cap on the Jack Hurd show also. What a move.
Look at Robbie Bard. His final game is a blue streak here in the league, going around shaking hands with his teammates. That's a classy kid, John.
Certainly is.
You gotta love it.
Rob Bard, of course, will get to play at least one more game in the districts. But you're right, this would be his last game under the Lancaster-Lebanon League flag.
Steve Farre replacing Rob Bard.
The quick fouls on Bard at the end of the first half, the player control on the last possession, and on Warwick's first possession in the second half, really kind of hurt.
Big turnaround in the game. Hurd misses the foul shot. Warwick controls. Stan Howe slaps John Slode.
Well, it looks like the Warriors under Coach Dave Althouse are going to get that elusive LL title the last 2 years, dropping it to Section 1 and league champion Lebanon.
Warwick has ripped off 17 points thus far. That make it 18. Thus far in the fourth period.
Well, a lot of these have come at the foul line when Township was scrambling. 45-32, rebound to the Streaks. As they push the ball up the floor, it's knocked out of bounds. Not too many 13-point plays out there, and the Streaks need a bunch in a hurry.
Furick's going to come up short off the iron. Hurd to Slode. Slode out of control. Hurd makes a bad pass trying to hit Slode.
There's a blocking foul against the Warriors. Too little, too late.
Yeah, really. Troy May stepping in front of Stan Howe.
Will go to the line. We're down to a minute 4.
45-32, Warwick. Stauffer replaces Nagel for the Dave Aldhouse coached Warriors.
Howes drops as it hangs on the rim and goes in. He'll get a second. The lead is 12.
Steve Farry throws up the rebound, and that doesn't go.
Now Warwick breaks the press, and they'll salt away the last minute.
They're letting them play.
I think Township wants to foul, and they're not even calling it.
Township cannot get called for a foul, John. They're whacking and hacking, and nothing's happening. 15, Kurt Needison comes in to replace Jim Furick for Township. Needison's a senior. Troy May jams it to the iron. Forey retrieves Corey Wright. Quick one-hander strikes.
Gets it to 10. Township is not giving up. They're calling a timeout. Give Pat Mowry some credit. He's not throwing in the towel yet.
Just 30 seconds to play. It's Warwick 45, Township 35.
Hi, I'm Terry Johnson. Join me as I host Curtain Going Up, the show that gives you previews of all your cable services for the month. The movies, the romance, and the comedy. Plus, I'll have profiles of Hollywood celebrities along with the latest entertainment news. Curtain Going Up lets you choose the programs you want to see, from the great sporting events to music concerts, from Broadway shows to nature series. I'll show this and more every month on Curtain Going Up.
And the Warriors, backed by the chants of their fans, we are Warwick. Take the floor, take the ball to inbound, 30 seconds away from the Lebanon-Lancaster League Championship. An outstanding team effort, really. A lot of good ball movement on part of Warwick. But in all honesty, it's been the Jack Hurd show.
Jack Hurd took the bull by the horns midway through the third quarter when he hit 3 long jumpers baseline left, and it just seemed to ignite the entire team. And when Bard went down, it just seemed that Warwick really went for the juggler.
Yeah, Jack Hurd stepped over in that far corner and just banged 4 long 2-pointers to really take the game away from Township.
I mean, they were bombs.
They were
3-point plays next year. I mean, they have the arc here at F&M. Of course, they have the 3-point arc as the colleges are using it.
That's how I called all those 19-foot shots.
That's right. That 19.9 just rounded off.
Comes a travel call from 60 feet away.
We're down to 21 seconds with 12-point lead. as it's all over but the shouting, and there's going to be a lot of shouting in Lidditz.
There's going to be a foul on Jack Hurd, his 4th. I'll tell you, for all the game that he has played, and he got hit with 2 very early in today's game, he's still alive with 4 fouls, 27 points. Steve Forey, who has not taken a shot today, going to the foul line to shoot the 1-and-1.
In fact, he had 3 of them early into the second quarter with that player control foul, and he's just played. And the thing is, he hasn't backed off. He's played just as aggressively now and in the third quarter as he did in the first half.
He's played defense.
That'll cap her.
That's a capper. Stan Howe, as the buzzer goes off, fires it into the rafters by 14 points. The victorious Warriors, as you see them on the screen, have captured the Lancaster-Lebanon League Championship. John, what can you say? Township came out, took them a little while to get into their game. They had given up an 8-point lead to Warwick, came back, fought through all that adversity, went off the court at halftime leading by 4. Ed, what can you say about Jack Hurd? This kid's just a junior. He steps into the corner, and he just takes Manheim Township out of the game.
And he's been playing, I believe, since he's been a 9th grader, and playing a lot of key roles. And he just did the job here tonight. Or this afternoon. There's no doubt about it. Township, like you said, had control of the ball game. Bard picked up his 3rd foul early in the 3rd quarter. And then Hurd, who spent most of the first half inside, letting some of the other guards outside throw up bricks, really. I mean, they didn't have an outside shot fall all afternoon outside of Jack Hurd. Jack decided to take charge. Apparently, the guards weren't able to get Hurd the ball inside, and Hurd took care of things, went outside, and as we dwelled on numerous times, and really can't help it because that was the whole key of the game, Hurd hit 3 or 4 long-range bombs and opened it up, and Warwick just never looked back.
Never looked back is right. We're going to look back at the scorebook and wrap this game up. Stanley Howe, 5 points, all in the second half. Corey Wright, 6 points. Rob Bard held to just 9 points. Tough defense by the Warwick club. Chris Beck, 10 points. Jim Furyk, just 2, just 1 bucket in the 4th quarter. Ed Plackens with 2. For the Warriors, Tom Eberly with 8, Jim Nagel with 3, Troy May with 2, John Slode with 5, Keith Stauffer with 2, and the aforementioned Jack Hurd, 29 points. Well, this is Jim Doherty for John Graham. It has indeed been our pleasure to bring you Lancaster-Lebanon League basketball this season, culminating with these playoffs. The Warwick team is being presented with the championship trophy. Our hats off to them. Our hats also off Manheim Township Blue Streaks, coached by Pat Mowry. You know, there's never a loser here. These are great kids out there playing a great ball game in a great sport. There are no losers, John.
You're so correct. In both these clubs, we wish them good luck as they're both Quad A schools, and they will go on to district play and hopefully carry the colors for Lancaster County.
We certainly do hope so. And we want to give our thanks to Durs Amico, North Franklin Street, across from McCaskey, for their sponsorship of our continuing basketball program here at Cable TV Associates. So, for John Graham, this is Jim Doherty signing off from FNM. County Championship games. The Manheim Township girls 37, Columbia 30. The Warwick boys 49, Manheim Township 35.